What is going on, guys? It's MrAeroHD here, and we are back on Forza 4 for personal projects. First time in I think a while. I'm not sure. However, this is my 2002 Toyota MRS, and first thing you're gonna notice about this car is that it's tiny and it's mid-engined. So, thank you for that. Xbox really needed that today. But what do you think about that in terms of tuning? Read immediately when I wanted to make one of these cars when I had one of my weird I need to build a car cravings in Forza 4 a couple years ago, I would say now. I was like, oh, I want to make an MRS. Why? Because they're kind of cool looking, and I like the idea of a small mid-engine sports car. However, you know, it's super light. I think it's like 1,900 pounds, and it's got narrow tires in the back, but it's mid-engine. You know, I don't know how difficult that would be to tune around. It turns out, this car is good in certain situations. You know, right there, I just flicked it too hard. That was my own fault. Every mistake you see me make, I hit a wall a couple times and get some big hits, but it's all mostly my fault. The car is super fun to drive. It's not difficult as you'd expect. You definitely can't whip it like you would a front-engine, rear-wheel drive car. But, you know, that comes to the territory of mid-engine vehicles. What I really like about this car is that it's small and really, like, unassuming. Like, it doesn't look like it's going to be as good as it is. Even though it does have, like, 400 horsepower and a supercharger, you know, everyone saw me in the lobby and was probably like, well, what the fuck is this little midget pimple car doing? But because it has 400 horsepower and it weighs so little, and I don't think the tires are super skinny in the back. I think they're just skinny compared to, like, most cars, like, compared to 305s or whatever. This thing is fast as hell. In the lobby before this, it was basically all 240s, and there was a Corvette and whatever, and I was running on everybody. Unfortunately, in this lobby, I didn't get so lucky. I didn't do so well, but you know, whatever. It's whatever. I don't really care about points, anyways. But yeah, this car is super fun to drive. However, it's finicky. You really have to keep the revs up by the red line. I don't know if it's just because of the mid-engine layout or because of the engine itself or what, but it's just like as soon as you get below like 5,000 RPM, there's just feels like there's no power. Another reason it could be a pro or con depending on how you drive is this is not like a feather the throttle kind of car. It's like you wait till you hit your apex of the corner and then you slowly bring the power in and then you're full throttle. You know, it's kind of like an 886 in that respect, but you are bound to be full throttle more than not in this car. Very little throttle control required to drive it. It holds a lot of angle for what it is. You know, it's a short wheelbase. Usually short wheelbases are twitchy and, you know, can't really hold that much angle, but I got really surprised by this, especially since, you know, I haven't tuned it or touched it in several months. It really just a really fun, well-balanced car, you know. I didn't really have any serious or major... Yeah, I crashed there again. I didn't have really serious or major complaints other than the fact that, you know, maybe the gearing's a bit wonky or the engine stinks, but you can't really swap out the engine, so there's nothing you can do to that. I kind of like the idea of having like these... I think I've done every MR to MRS car in the game now. This being the final one. And honestly, if you guys ever get bored, like I do, and you know how to tune, or at least know how to tune for yourself, and you're like, hey, I want to try something different, I want to do like some sort of mid-engine rear-wheel drive car, this is basically where you learn to get started. I wouldn't suggest doing like an NSX or a Ferrari or something right off the get-go. Like, this guy was way ahead of me, and I've been crashing, and I just pulled on him like nothing. Thing exit off as fast as hell. Actually, another complaint of mine, I was doing the little donuts or whatever at the end of the track. Maybe it doesn't transition quick enough. You won't notice this on, you know, points drifting or full track drifting, but if you're doing sections, anything tight and twisty and complicated, you're going to notice that it doesn't really transition that well, and when it does transition quick, it throws all the rear weight over, and it's kind of hard to recover sometimes. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I tuned it wrong. You never know. Like right there, I didn't feel like there was enough power. Though it is 1,900 pounds and 400 horsepower, I refuse to put any more. So yeah, this car is super fun. People who drive like cars should like it. I don't know. It's a welcome challenge for me. It's not like it's impossible. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed driving it. I did 2 lobbies. I enjoyed both these lobbies. And yeah, definitely a welcome change of pace. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.